6 Things to Watch Tuesday in California's recall election. The recall effort is largely a mail-in ballot election. All active voters in the state receiving have been sent a ballot in the mail ahead of Election Day, but people who would like to vote in person have been able to do so, as well. In-person polls close at 8 p.m. Pacific Time on Tuesday in California.
A string of recent surveys have shown Newsom and the anti-recall effort with a strong lead. The most recent survey from the Public Policy Institute of California found that 58% of likely voters favor keeping Newsom in office, compared to 39% who would like to remove him. But if a majority of Californians vote to remove Newsom, the second question on the ballot will determine who replaces him. Republican talk radio host Larry Elder is running away with the contest, according to the same polls. Here are 6 things to watch for on election night in California. Does Newsom run it up? Newsom was blunt when asked on Sunday whether the margin of his potential victory on Tuesday mattered. "A win is a win," Newsom said. "We are just trying to get our people out." Will Elder accept the results before the results are even announced? Leading Republican candidate Elder has seized on former President Donald Trump's lies about election fraud and baselessly raised the prospect of shenanigans in California. "The 2020 election, in my opinion, was full of shenanigans," Elder said recently on Fox News. "And my fear is they're going to try that in this election right here and recall." Elder is being egged on by Trump, who said in a statement filled with falsehoods on Monday, the day before the election, "Does anybody really believe the California recall election isn't rigged?" Elder said his campaign has a team of lawyers that will file lawsuits in a timely fashion if problems arise. Did Newsom's nationalization work? Newsom may have been looking to keep his job as the top executive of California, but his message in the closing days of the campaign has been notably national. Elder, too, has taken a national tone on his campaign by noting that he, in the possibility of a U.S. Senate vacancy, could appoint a Republican and end Democratic control of the legislative body. Based on conversations with numerous Democratic voters in California, it is clear Trump remains front of mind. "When you have another candidate who's very similar to what we had 4 years ago, that's not what we want in California," said Maria Morales, an elected official in El Monte, California. "We want to be as progressive as we had in the past." A test of tough coronavirus measures popularity. Republicans had hoped a recall election in Deep Blue California would reveal a national playbook on how to run against Democratic overreach in combating the coronavirus pandemic. Other Democrats on the ballot this year, including New Jersey Governor Phil Murphy and Terry McAuliffe in Virginia, have also embraced vaccine mandates. Though all 3 are running in blue states, their approach showcases the increasing belief among some Democrats that the tide of public sentiment is turning against Republicans who are advocating for the personal rights and choices of those whose refusal to get vaccinated is helping prolong the pandemic. If Newsom wins by a healthy margin, it could strengthen Democrats' belief that tough measures intended to stop the spread of COVID-19 will pay off this year and in next year's midterm election. The impact of mail-in voting. It could be a long night. If the recall is close, California is not known for speedily counting ballots, meaning the eventual outcome of the contest could take some time to determine. Every active voter in California has been mailed a ballot for this recall, and, for those ballots to be counted, they must be returned either in person by the close of polls on Tuesday, or they must be postmarked by Election Day and received by county officials by September 21, 7 days later. California was one of only a few states to change their election rules for the 2020 election and require that all voters receive a ballot in the mail before Election Day. That practice continued for the recall, and Democrats in the state's legislature have advanced a bill that would ensure all active registered voters receive a ballot for all elections going forward. Newsom did not say whether he would sign the bill during a conversation with reporters on Saturday, but did say, "The prospect of California extending it is afforded the governor of California, and I hope to be there to consider the signing that." No celebrity winner likely rarely has a candidate garnered as much attention while registering as little interest from voters as reality television star and former Olympian Caitlyn Jenner. Jenner began the recall campaign with one major asset. In a massive field of little-known candidates, she had widespread name recognition. After all, California had seen political novices leverage their celebrity status before. In 2003, actor Arnold Schwarzenegger emerged as the Republican winner after the state recalled unpopular Democratic Governor Gray Davis. And she left the state and the country in July, in the middle of her campaign, to film a reality television show in Australia. Jenner now enters Election Day barely registering in the polls.
Thank you for watching. Please subscribe.